getting ready to perform, and y'all are just like sitting over there on your phone like this is any other night. This is open mic night. Perform and get out. That's not the official stance. That's my stance.
Are you allowed to swear?
I don't know if I'm allowed to, but I know you can't stop me.
There's no FCC here. Go ahead.
And even if they were, what are they gonna do? Shoot me? Oh, this is a black guy saying words. Shoot him. See, you're allowed to laugh at that because I said it.
Sadly, that's
Okay, that's a little bit too much laughter. You still gotta remember. Danger. I don't know how many of you personally know me. I know a lot of you do, and this guy I found out earlier today. One of my normal responses to "How are you doing today?" is black. Because it's accurate, not because it's funny. The only time that's ever backfired on me is one of my first years here. They were doing the Oktoberfest thing. I was like, "How are you doing today?" Black. I didn't notice. I didn't know how to respond to that because I'd given him all of like the conversation equity at that point. I just had to just like, "Oh, that's cool. What do you want from me?" All right. So earlier, someone mentioned a story that I had told at one point, but they didn't have the entire side of it. And here I am to like put some details in perspective. I forgot your name immediately, but apparently the revenge that I had via baked goods was unearned. You're wrong.
I only
So
pop off jalapeno.
sometimes you have good friends and you have dickhead friends. And some of those dickhead friends know that you have no self-control when it comes to, like sweet stuff. Brownies, cookies. I hope you can understand the subtext I'm going for here. There's a pub safety guy here. There's two of them, and I'm trying not to incriminate myself any more than I already do.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Al.
Oh, he's off duty? I promise, this joke didn't happen here, so you have no paperwork. So there's that. That's always nice. So, I'm not saying it's my little brother, but I am saying his name's Max. Got a whole lot of weed and decided he was going to make butter and then brownies. But you know what he didn't decide to do? Tell me. So, I come home from school. I've already had a stressful day. Do you have any idea how annoying it is to go to the St. Johnsbury Academy? It is the worst place I have ever stepped foot in. And I was born in a prison. Think about that. So I come home, I'm mad as hell because of something stupid. I don't know if you know this about me, I'm mad about everything at any time. Even on my happiest day of my life, I'm mad about something because that's what keeps me going. I live entirely through spite. That's why I graduated, because my grandmama told me I couldn't, but she's dying and I'm not. So I'm winning on multiple levels. I come home and there's a plate of brownies on the counter. I'm mad. Brownies are good. Brownies make me happy. I eat a brownie. It's a pretty good ass brownie. I eat another one. Now, if I'd have stopped there, it would have been a kind of weird story, but I'd have realized what had happened. But I didn't fucking stop there. I ate half a plate of brownies by my damn self. Sat down to watch cartoons, and smoking is one thing. You realize what you're doing to yourself the entire time, and you can sort of gauge how the trip's gonna go. Smoke a lot, get real high. Smoke a little, get a little high. Smoke a medium amount, and you can still pretend like you're a normal person. You eat 3 times as much as you normally smoke, you become one with the goddamn couch. So I'm watching Adventure Time, already a fucked up decision. That's why I have to screen cartoons now, because it gets real out of nowhere. I don't know if you knew about the fucking Lich King, because that's when I found out about him. As the couch and me were slowly losing our boundaries and becoming the same entity, this fucking dude on the screen. Before light, there was darkness. Oh, I don't like this at all. Before darkness. No, just stop talking. There were monsters. And I broke down like a fucking child in the middle of the goddamn living room. Max comes in. Why the hell are you screaming? Turn it off! Turns off the TV. You all right? I don't know, man. I don't know how I'm doing. I feel real weird. Oh, shit. You should probably grab one of those brownies. They'll calm you right down. Why? Why will they calm me down? I ate like 4 of them, and he just smiles at me. Because at this point, he could tell me why I feel the way I do. And you think he does? Fucking no. Because it's hilarious. I would have done the exact same thing to him, which is why My revenge is perfect. I ride out this awful ass high where every time I stop laughing, my face droops because I'm no longer smiling and I think I'm having a goddamn stroke. So I grab my damn face like a fucking Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone, realize I'm not stroking out, start smiling again. It was a fucking awful self-fulfilling cycle for 2 hours. Finally passed out and went to sleep. Woke up the next day. I knew I had to get him back, but I couldn't do it right then. He was expecting it. 2 months go by. I decided to go buy a bunch of dollar brownie mixes from the dollar store. I also buy laxatives, jalapenos, itching powder. Basically, what I was doing was technically, you'd call it premeditated, but it wasn't murder. He wanted to die, but I wouldn't let him. Make a beautiful plate of brownies, set it down. It's like Russian roulette, because a few of them were normal. Because if you got one of those, I want him to be like, Justice ain't messing with me, I can have another brownie. Because that doubles the chances he's going to get what he deserves. Comes home, eats a brownie, he's fine. Eats another brownie, he's good. Now I'm starting to wonder if I done fucked up a recipe somewhere. And I'm watching, you just watching TV, playing video games, chilling. And then all at once, bites into a brownie. Did you put fucking jalapenos in? Oh no, and makes a mad dash from his room down the stairs, basically drifts around the corner in his socks, nearly falls. It was a thing to see because he's about as big as I am. So it's like watching a hippo on roller skates. It was fucking great. Mad dashes through the house, almost fucking runs over Chrissy, gets to the bathroom, a second too late.
Oh, no.
And that's why it was completely fucking reasonable for me to put jalapenos in brownies. If you're gonna give your friends drugs, be nice enough to let them know. That's all. What?
Okay.
There's no audience participation, but I'll make an exception for you.
Buddy, hear me out. So I want you to hear the other side of the story that I got from Katie when I
Okay,
got you
come tell
over.
them. Come tell them. Come tell people. We got a whole ass microphone.
Do you want me to use the whole ass microphone?
I don't give a damn. It's not my microphone.
Maybe I want a half an ass.
Here we go.
Okay.
So there's more to this.
There's another side.
This one.
Pick up another chair.
Here. Chair.
Look at that. Asking you shall
Yay,
receive.
Renee. Okay. So I'm gonna talk because I'm loud anyways.
Can't prove
So,
Oh!
love my roommate.
it. Love you too. I'm not even a
You're not my roommate.
I just said
I
that.
don't know your name.
I'm Justice. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
He's
too.
serving you
You're no longer
justice.
jalapeno man.
Thank you. I have a whole
So,
ass
my
name.
roommate, love her to bits. She comes up to me, very concerned one day, right? This was
I
after
love when any story with me
Yeah.
starts with very concerned. That's
we're sitting at dining
means I'm
hall.
doing my job.
And I suppose she must have seen you because you work at dining hall. She must have
I
seen you
work
walking
here.
around or something. And she walks up and she's like, Renee, I have a problem. And I'm like, what is your problem, Katie?
I have an alibi.
Katie goes, those brownies today, they look really good. And I'm like, okay, go get a brownie. Like, what do you want me to do with this? And she goes, but there's a problem. And I'm like, okay, what's the problem? And she's like, so there's this man on the D-Hall staff. And I'm like, yes, there's a couple of men on the D-Hall staff. Other than your sexism, what's happening?
It's real easy to pick me out of the bunch. I'll
Well,
let you
she
figure out
goes,
why.
there's this man,
I wear
and I
t-shirts.
overheard him saying how he only puts jalapenos and laxatives in everything he bakes. And I'm like, is this true now? And she's like, yes, and I'm very scared because those brownies look so good. I am so hungry, and I really am just not trying to shit myself. And I'm like, okay, Katie, hear me out. I'll go get a brownie. I'll eat the brownie.
That's
And
a
I'll
friend
let
right
you know
there.
how my asshole feels within the next 2 hours. Okay? Grab a brownie. We grab one for her. We leave D-Hall. I ate the brownie before we left D-Hall, but she still had hers because she's terrified. I eat my brownie. A couple hours pass by, and I'm like, hey, Katie, I haven't seen the toilet. I think we're good. Just Keep in mind, by the way, I can't eat spicy food, okay? I'm a
So you
bitch.
would've
I
died.
get sick very easily. I have a weak stomach. So, like, it just would have been a whole new level of just fucked for me. So, Katie's like, okay, cool. But even though I have disproved this theory that you just put everything, jalapenos and laxatives in everything you make,
Don't forget the kitchen
you
time.
were then deemed to be jalapeno man for the rest of our 4 years here at NVU. So,
And
that
we
is who you
freshmen,
are
so-
to us freshmen. I hope you're happy with this title.
I am so powerful.
So, it's been a pleasure working alongside you.
You have any idea how
Now you
powerful
gotta
I
take the
feel
chair.
that a story I told caused legit panic in a person I had never even spoken to personally. They just heard it happening, and then from then on, I don't trust that brownie. That's amazing.
And anytime, too, she see you in D Hall, or like if you're ever in a situation that involved cooking, she's like, Renee, jalapeno man's here. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, Katie. We already did the research.
It's any consolation, they don't allow me to bake, not because I put jalapenos into things, but because I'm a shitty baker. So there's that.
And you hate American cheese.
I do hate American cheese. I wish I would never told Alec that. He'll never leave me alone.
Wow, Alex.
But, you know, you win some, you lose some. But that's not what I really sat down here to talk about. I just had to explain my side of the story, and I feel we've gotten to know each other very well. I fucking hate kids. That's why I sat down to talk to you. I just don't like kids. I don't care how you feel. You can love kids. I'm not here to tell you you can't have them. I am here to tell you it's the dumbest decision a person can make. Kids are evil. Kids are like little supervillains. They're like little drunk megaminds.
They're crotch goblins.
They're the worst thing I have ever encountered in my like 25 years of existence because they're smarter than me. And I'm not talking you put me down and the baby down and we give us a test, he'll outsmart me. No, babies know if they scream long enough, you will pick up every object in your goddamn house, from like your keys to the refrigerator, if it causes them to stop screaming for like 8 seconds. And they'll do it for the rest of your fucking life. You think they get older and grow out of it? How many of you go home, Mom? And that same response happens in their head. Oh, how the hell do I shut them off? Do you need laundry? No. Do you need money? Yeah. Is $5 enough? No. $20? No. And it just continues ad infinitum. And that's why I hate kids. Kids aren't people till they hit 13, because at that point you can start making decisions about who you are as a person. Think about it. You grow up with an asshole dad. You are basically your asshole dad until you wake up one day and go, no, Dad, I don't want to be an asshole. And that happens at about 13. And I think that's a reasonable decision to have about somebody. You can start making personality choices there. I want to be vegan. Bad choice, yours to make. I'm not here to judge you for that. But at 13, when you can start deciding to be a better human being, that's when you become people. I think the reason why I'm so mad about kids is because I'm going to be a dad. So that's new. No, yeah, feel free to clap about it. I'm fucking pissed.
I feel sorry.
Stop. That was a straight up lie, but a hypothetical child just mind controlled you to clap for my weak pullout game. That kid doesn't even exist and he's that strong. Real kids are worse. I'm actually mad because my roommate has a kid and that kid fucking hates me. And you know what? The feeling's goddamn mutual, you little potato. Loves everyone else in the world. Sees him, just smiles at him, and is like, oh, look at that. And the paternal instinct tries to kick in, and I smother it. But whenever the baby sees me, it's always a death stare, like he knows I don't like him. So I live in fear whenever this 8-pound assassin comes into my domicile. And it gets worse when I get closer to the baby. Like at one point, I tapped him on the head like, this is a human child. And it just went the fuck off for the rest of the goddamn day. It was just screaming for no damn reason. I went into the bathroom, boarded up the windows, locked the doors. I sat in the tub. I was scared. And then it finally shut the hell up because it got what it wanted. It wanted me to know it knew I was there and I needed to die. I feel a little bad for the baby, not because the baby itself is bad, because I've been friends with his dad for a while, and whoo, he's a good person, I'll tell you that much. Not a very bright one. What? He's right out there working at the Hornet's Nest. I hope you can hear me. I think you're an idiot, but I love you.
You can't hear him.
Yes, he can. He can hear me in his sleep. Yeah, I've tested it. Right?
Woke him up.
No, I didn't wake him up. I was sitting there being an asshole like I normally do, just talking shit. By the way, I talk shit about everybody. It's not a personal thing. It's just if you annoy me, I'm going to talk shit about you. But I'm refreshingly upfront about it. If you ever want to know what kind of shit I talk about you, ask me. Be careful, though, because I will tell you exactly what I'm thinking. It's like Pandora's box. You open it, it's on you. Now, if you overhear me being an asshole and you're like, hey, stop being an asshole, that's on me. I'm being a dickhead. But if you walk up to me all sunshine and rainbows, hey, Justice, how do you feel about me? And the room gets colder, I narrow and lock eyes with you. Yeah, that's right, you're in the crossfire. I take a deep breath and I destroy you. That was on you. You could have lived your entire life without knowing that. All of you made it to college without knowing what I think about you. Don't let that be what fucks you up. But back to what the hell I was saying. Babies are evil. My roommate's pretty all right. I think I picked a good friend, though, when I found that guy. And it's because racism brings people together. It sounds like it's an oxymoron, but I have proof. So when I first saw him, oh shit, I said his name. I hope you can hear me. I don't give a shit. How the hell dare you?
What you think about me?
I think you're an asshole for bringing a phone to a live performance. Mine is at least muted. Rude. I almost said that word I'm allowed to say. So I met him when we were both in 7th grade. We went to this little podunk town, like school in the middle of podunk town in the middle of nowhere. You know where Gilman is? You shouldn't, because it doesn't deserve to exist. There's like 4 houses, 3 whole ass people. Everyone else is scarecrows stuffed with corn. I'm convinced of it. But when I get there, there's like 14 kids in the whole damn school. I'm 3 of them. So that's a fat joke. See, Svetlana picked up real quick. You gotta. Telling you, the energy is just falling in here. I'm giving you everything, and y'all giving me nothing. But you know what? I'm used to it. When I die, I want y'all to be my pallbearers so you can let me down one last time. But there we go! A fucking chuckle or something. You have any idea? Like, I read the audience to get my feedback. I was on Alex's show a little while ago. I'm glad he had me. But do you have any idea how hard it is to gauge how he's feeling when he ain't looking at you? It's real fucking hard.
Hey, have you seen this?
I did. See, there we go. He's giving me something. Anyhow, I go through the whole first day at this little stupid ass school. I don't talk to anybody. Not because I am mad. Not because I was mad, though. I just had to feel everything out, get an idea of who was who, and whether or not I liked them. And he was the weirdest motherfucker I had laid eyes on in that entire school. Like, there was, like, your super athlete kid. There was a kid who, like, played 14 different instruments. I don't know how the hell he had the time to do that. They had your goth kids, so on and so forth. Your breakfast club, you could feel them out. And then Shaggy crossed with an actual toddler just fucking crawls out of nowhere and is just being weird. And I'm like, I don't know if I should be his friend so he doesn't kill me or because he's a cool person. And I decided to test this out. So the entire day, I'm trying to think, what is the best way to cut to the gist of whether or not he's going to be a cool person? And I like to approach things with humor when I'm stressed out, as you can tell. So I say nothing the whole day. We go through math, we go through science, we get to my favorite subject, lunch, and we get to the cafeteria. Cafeteria is a strong word. They basically just moved the tables out of the English room and brought in trays. But that's all good. And we sit down, and he's sitting about, like, where you are. Psst. Psst. I see white people. And he just lost his fucking mind. halfway through a sip of milk, out of his fucking nose, laughing his ass off. Nobody else heard me speak. So the already weird kid just started doubling over laughing. And I could see the anxiety on everyone else's faces. And I felt powerful. But from there, we were fucking inseparable. It was great. I knew that he had a real shit sense of humor. And our senses of humor work together. And that's how I found my roommate, who never listens to me. You wanna know how I know he doesn't listen to me? Because he's got a fucking baby right now, and I told him those things were fucking evil. But nobody listens to me. When you have a magical black friend that can see the future, he doesn't have to be black, I just happen to be. What do?
Fucking listen.
You fucking listen! Thank you, Sarah, you absolutely shiny Italian meatball. Are you gonna be okay? I have a theory about comedy. I think I pushed it to the bliss point. No matter what I say right now, unless it offends them morally, it's hilarious, right? Look at it! Power. I am in control of their respiratory system via my words. It's like a squeaky toy you operate with your mind. You can't buy this kind of power. That's why I fucking love comedy. Laughter is the best medicine, but it's also a vicious ass weapon. You have any idea how hard it is to keep your composure when you're trying to cry, and no matter what sound I make, bibbidi bobbidi boo, it sends you into a laughing fit. You gonna be all right?
I'm sure.
You need a drink of water?
No.
You should have brought one. It would have helped.
Choke if I drink water.
Hey man, I just offer needless and very accurate advice because I see the future. It's like the gift of prophecy weighs heavy on me. Sometimes I wake up and I just think it's gonna be a shitty day. And you think it's pessimism until it's a real shitty day. I did that this morning. I woke up, it's gonna be a beautiful day. Everyone's gonna be pissed off and I'm gonna have the best day of my damn life. I got up this morning, checked in with my boss. Do I work today? No, Justice, you don't. Hell yeah, play video games all morning. Point the first. I make my way here for this open mic night. I get a message from my boss. Can you work today? I turned my phone off. And he didn't know I was here until I was leaving. Point the second. Third, it's been snowing all day and it's been pissing everyone else off. Good. Now you know how I feel. You just wake up, something goes wrong, and the rest of your day has an undertone of anger. But it's not the end of the world. You just gotta learn to enjoy that anger.
You right?
Yeah. One of the first times I learned that lesson was at a kid's birthday party. The theme of the night is kids, because I fucking hate them. I'm not gonna go out of my way to be a dick to a kid, but if I have the option of sitting next to a baby on a 13-hour flight, or talking to a Klansman the whole time, I'm gonna learn a whole lot about how the Klan operates and why they're so mad at me. I fucking hate babies. What the hell was I on?
The birthday party.
Birthday party. Thank you. Somebody's paying attention. So I have a little sister. I actually have a lot of family. I got 6 older sisters, 3 older brothers, 1 younger sister, and 3 younger brothers. My parents needed a new hobby. And the thing is, it was all throughout the year. It was January 1 baby, February 2 babies, March, it was just fucking lawless wasteland. I think they were single-handedly trying to repopulate after Katrina. And I don't like that. Because it means that when I go to family, also there's 2 halves to my family. There's the white side and the side that look like me. See what I mean? No matter what I say, it's hilarious. So I have to adopt the right mannerisms to fit in at any given point in time. I like to call myself a were-negro. If you ever see it happen in the wild, don't bring it up. But it's the best shit in the world. If I get close to other people of a melanistic persuasion, if we're going to be all politically correct about it, I adopt those mannerisms. Sometimes I don't say the whole word when I talk. And it get a little rhythmic out of nowhere. That's some whack shit. And to watch me go from art, fucking Huff's looking at me like a werewolf just appeared in this chair. It's he's black. And it also goes the other way too. So if I am hanging out with like my aunt and my cousins and I'm straight thugging and then my like very religious auntie walks through the door, Justice, how are you today? Oh, I'm having a swell day. Nigga, what the fuck you just say? I said I'm good. And family reunions are the worst because you gotta switch back and forth between those depending on who you're talking to. Especially if you get stuck at the fucking kids' table. Because I am a step above the youngest in my fucking beanpole of a goddamn family. My youngest sister right now is, I don't fucking care, 21, the courts would have you believe, but I don't think she graduated, like, I don't think she made it past 12. She just got taller. But I had to take her to a birthday party. I remembered where I was. Thank you for letting me know. And I was having a pretty all right day. This is before I learned to harness anger for any opportunity. And I see that there's a bunch of kids and they're having a good time, and I'm mad about that. But then I see the food table, and we all know how I feel about food. It's the best thing on the fucking plate. It's the only reason I do anything anymore. Spite and sandwiches. I'm very food oriented. I'm 3 snacks away from being your best friend. So I see cookies across the room and I'm like, that's where I need to be at. I see chocolate chip cookies. Some of you might already know there's a problem here because I've told you this several times. Make my way across the room through a swarm of snot-nosed little bastards. I make it to the cookie table. I am happy. This is where I'm meant to be. Cookies were made for justice. Justice were made for cookies. The rest of you just benefit from my magnanimous decision. And I pick up this delicious ass chocolate chip cookie. And I bite into it. What the fuck you think that cookie was? Oatmeal. Goddamn raisin. Because the fucking birthday boy decided he was declaring war on flavor and nobody informed me. There is no audience participation here. There is no audience participation. See how it's gonna go? You're gonna say something, I'm gonna say something, people are gonna laugh. Then you're gonna say something again, I'm gonna say something again, and they're gonna laugh a little softer, but they're gonna start to hate you. And then you're gonna do it a third time, like right now. I'm gonna get a roaring applause, and I'm gonna talk about why I hate kids a little bit more. That was more of a rumble than a roar. Fuck you, people. There we fucking go. Anyhow, I'm having this moral crisis now because I got a mouthful of oatmeal raisin cookie, and somebody needs to be punished for this. I was having a pretty all right day, and someone came along and ruined that. And you know who paid for it? Everybody. Because I looked at the plate of cookies, I just kindly picked them up, fucking flipped that shit onto the floor, walked out of the party to the sound of screaming children, and felt powerful. That was the day I knew the hatred had all I need. I had become one with the dark side, and it shows. I swear, there's only gonna be like 30 more black jokes, because I'm the only one in the room that can make them. I mean, you can make them, and if they're good, I'll give it to you, but if not, I'm gonna be a little upset. I like to collect racial humor, because if told in the right way, like if you're telling a racial joke for a laugh, good. You're telling it to like make someone feel bad, you an asshole. So I'm gonna tell one of my favorite black jokes, and I need y'all to promise you're not gonna start getting all weepy on me. I know most of you personally, and I know you got the same twisted ass sense of humor I got. So if you try to sit there, Sarah, and pretend that my jokes ain't funny, I'll end you.
Do it.
So, how do you starve a black man? Pete already knows the answer over there. Why you know that, Pete? You've been telling black jokes? That's not okay. Yeah, it's 2019. You can joke about everybody. Fight me. I will joke about every one of you right here, right now. Who wants some?
Bring it.
Great.
Man, I could be coming at you right now. You don't even see it. Anyway. I love you, Alec.
You can do better.
I can, but I'm trying to keep it a little upbeat. I don't want to go Def Jam for no reason. None of my black family are here. I don't have that resource to draw on. The niggatry is powerful amongst them, and it's weak in this room. But the answer is, he put his food stamps underneath his work boots. Oh, boo-hoo, motherfuckers. Oh, woe is me. You can't get offended on my behalf. I'm the one telling the fucking joke. The joke, Huff, is that black people don't work. So they need food stamps. A follow-up, I should have used it as an example.
Oh no.
A little black boy asked his daddy, "What's a food stamp?" And his daddy said, "It's how we survive, son." Something inside you just broke, and that made me feel powerful. Comedy is a weapon, use it wisely. Every joke is a small revolution. I've been pretty alright. I fucking pose. Nobody's clapping over here. Broke ass audience. Thank you, damn it. I work hard on my shit. Anyhow, I've been pretty fucking amazing now. And, well, y'all been pretty fucking amazing. I've been Justice. This has been the second open mic night. There might be an encore. Stick around. Oh, God,